I look a mess. This I know. So there goes your comment. Hey guys, it's Friday here on Daily Grace, and you know what that means.
Sexy Friday.
Sexy Friday.
Sexy Friday.
Sexy Friday.
Sexy Friday.
Sexy Friday. Sexy Friday.
Okay, so my voice is different because I just got back from Times Scare, which is a haunted house in, guess where? You guessed it, Times Square. Now I love a good pun, but I hated this place. We shot a video for my damn channel that will be going up next Wednesday, I believe, but I'll let you know when it goes up. And myself and Beth Hoyt, who is the host of my damn channel, and Nate, who is the stage manager guy who now also started a vlog on my damn channel, bing! We all went through this haunted house together. And I had a voice before I went through, and now I currently don't have a voice because I get scared really easily. I'm the worst scaredy cat. And why I wanted to talk about this for Sexy Friday, I don't know. I guess fear is sexy, is it? Fear and loathing in Las Vegas, and Vegas is a place for sex and sin. I don't know where the connection came from, but I thought today that I will just tell you guys some things that I'm totally afraid of. I hate haunted houses, haunted hayrides, haunted cornfields, how they turn something I really like, corn, into something terrifying. Oh, I hate them for it. I get terrified of people coming up from behind me or from a place that I can't see. I am so terrified of masks. At Comic-Con there was actually a few masks that I really had to repress screaming so that people wouldn't think I was a mess. I'm afraid of really tight spaces. When I was younger, I went with my cousins to the science museum, and one of the exhibits was a simulating blindness exhibit. Science and blindness. You kind of crawled up into this completely dark play place type structure, and you had to feel the walls to get yourself through, and then the reward was at the end there was a small tiny little slide that you couldn't even slide down. You had to do that thing with your legs where you like scoot yourself down the slide. I went in with my cousins, and I was the oldest of all my cousins, and I went in second. My cousin Sammy was in front of me, and 5 seconds into being in this space, I freaked the fuck out. I got so claustrophobic and I couldn't see where everything was, and I didn't know how long we were gonna be in there, that I started pushing Sammy's butt from behind to make her go faster through this thing because I was losing my shit. I feel like my imagination is rampant in a bad way because it works against me. When I was younger, I had this dream, and it seemed so real that I woke up and I looked out of my window, and there was this demon ghoul man outside of it that was my older brother but demonized, and he was just sitting by the window looking at me. And I ran into my mom's room and I was like, "Can I sleep here?" And she's like, "You can sleep on the floor." So I slept on the floor for a little bit, and then I was so uncomfortable that I went back to my room and I ran and I hid under my covers, and surprise surprise, turns out it was not my brother. It was just my mind creating an image. So I get really afraid sometimes in dark rooms. If I wake up in the middle of the night and there's shadows, my brain turns those shadows into ghosts. Another thing I'm afraid of, ghosts. I'm so afraid of the concept of ghosts being real. Also, when I was younger, I took CCD classes, which, if you don't know, if you're a Catholic and you don't go to Catholic school, you can go to CCD classes once a week to learn about the Bible and receive the sacraments, and they happen once a week and they happen later at night, so you go from school to another school, which is probably why I love Catholicism in this present day. Anyway, when I was younger, my teacher in 4th grade was telling our whole class about how when she was a child, she was visited by a vision of the Virgin Mary. She came and she woke up, and the Virgin Mary was like sitting at the end of her bed and was like, "You should be a CCD teacher. Don't commit to being a full-time nun. Teach these kids that hate you once a week." But when I was listening to that story, I was terrified because the concept of a person that is past visiting you as a ghost was the worst thing that could ever happen. When my grandfather passed away, I love my grandfather. When he passed away, I used to pray at night when praying was a thing I did at night that he would never visit me as a ghost. I literally would say out loud, "Dear God, I love my grandfather and I hope he is well in heaven. Please do not come down to say anything to me as a ghost. It will not go over well for either of us." So there you go, there are some things that I'm afraid of. This was clearly maybe the sexiest of all Sexy Fridays. What are some things that you guys are afraid of? That's cool. I'm afraid of you unsubscribing. Bye! But when I was hearing that, I just fell out of my chair. There's a ghost. There's a ghost.